Ledgerus is leaving with a ring. Alright, there goes 4 of my prisoners, and I still can't. Well, I mean, I guess once they leave, I'll be able to see the edge. Can I see my dynasty now? No, I can see the edge of a word. See, Tudorix was writing a book on military logistics. That's gonna go to waste. Let's go and cancel that. I don't get my paper back, but it'll fade away from the bottom right. Udilla was studying shields. She's not gonna finish that in time. Now with one of the kids going away, Ledgerus can finally have a baby. Pop Sinwolf out of here and put him over here. I can also make Theta and Toxin actual. I can make them lords as well. But we did manage to take out a kingdom without hurting any of the innocent civilians inside. It was a very long process, though. I'm going to try to fit this into one episode, so there's going to be a bit cut out. This is going to be the next one we take over, because we already have Sarkiza and Raydost. We just need Paramir and Trilindi. Tudorix is settling into the ruins. Head of state, create your own kingdom or city alliance. I greet you, my brother Convincius. I hasten to let you know, brother, that we are gradually setting in. These lands, though undeniably wild, rest assured, we shall prevail. Signed, the new King Tudorix. In Ugrad, a settlement for a new noble house has been founded. It originates from the House of Gorno and now serves as a vassal. This undoubtedly marks the beginning of a glorious journey. While having diplomatic alliances is easier in the game, it's not as fun. Now, they may have changed this part, but you weren't able to settle ruins if you were in an alliance, because only vassals can settle ruins. You notice that I didn't actually get a choice. Did I want an alliance or did I want a vassalage? So I am his boss, his suzerain. When one king submits to another, he becomes a vassal, while the other becomes a suzerain. This means the following. The vassal has the right to demand protection for the suzerain when his city is under attack. The vassal cannot independently attack the cities of other lords or demand tribute for them, meaning that I control the diplomacy for our whole nation. The vassal pays a tribute to the suzerain in gold. This is the biggest thing. You might hear my guinea pigs in the background, by the way. This is the biggest thing, is that you get taxes from your patients or your people. This will help supplement your taxes for your military. So that plays really well into having a suzerainship, because that tends to be more of a militaristic victory. The agreement will continue after the death of the suzerain or vassal. So even if our king and Tudorix, because they're 58 or so, do perish, their children will continue the line. All dark deeds and unfriendly intrigues are also precluded. All right, that's fine. Members of a vassal king can trade with each other without restrictions, and the market demand is increased. Now, because the game doesn't know how to handle me settling into a place, we can't actually see or interact with this company or nation right now unless we restart the application. Also, take a look at this. The local demand for all goods has increased. The state you are part of has recently expanded, meaning the local demand has increased due to the residents of the new province. This means that when we are trading with the Holy Caravan, we can sell more stuff at the max cap. So let's say we could sell 100 Rai before then, we might be able to sell 130 or so. And then we also have knowledge lost because Tudorix did have certain things that only he knew. And once 3 days have passed, I'll just have forgotten that I won't be able to build heavy armor or weapon forge or any of that stuff. That's not going to be that necessary because my brewery is already fairly upgraded. I don't know if I'll ever need more than one alchemy lab, or I might need another weapon forge, but I doubt it. Heavy armor is the biggest thing, so we'll need to study that, though. So let me go ahead and save and restart this so that we can get this to appear. Also, I really like, well, it is kind of a snail icon. That's what the Ugrad used to be. But now they've changed it to kind of purple and yellow, which does mimic my colors. But it is completely random what you could get for colors. Looks like he also has a random new teammate, Septaxin. So that's, I mean, it's not really a free lord, but we can associate it as such. He's not part of the noble line of Tutorix by any means. So if we take a look at Tutorix and look at Septaxin, it doesn't say next to his name spouse or son or any of that stuff. We would normally do that. If we, let's see here. Take a look at this. We can see Udilla, it says spouse. Opinion of Udilla, 58. Udilla's opinion of me, 67. It says here, Valor, daughter. This dude, he just sort of joined in, and that's one way that the game adds new lords. But for whatever reason, mental impairment is such a common thing in this game. Don't know why. Maybe it's my seed or whatever for this particular map. I don't know. Or maybe that's just a new thing, but almost everybody has mental impairment in this game, and I don't like that. It says your parent is Reptepnub. I wonder if that's actually your dad. Let's take a look. Yeah, I don't think it's actually his dad. I think it was just a randomly generated Makha name, because I see no Kridge in this banner selection for people that he knows of, and he doesn't appear in the king list either. All right, I'm going to save and exit now. We've restarted. Now we can see Rekin, and this is a really cool empire. They have a command-starred nobleman with the reckless positive trait. Reckless pairs well with command. The command skill does is it gives me more morale in battle, and what the trait itself does, he's not in the. I can't click on him to do it, but I can click on relationship and find my way to Svyatoslav. Then look at him. The trait itself gives City Defender once you've hit level 15, which is good for the end game, but it only has very limited use until then. But this pairing of Reckless really makes him a cool warrior. So I really, really want Svyatoslav. I very rarely ever see a hero or nobleman with two good things that pair well. The other people they have, Boromil, wait, not Boromil, Khorneb. Khorneb has a combat star, which is good, and he's young, so he can produce children. The bad part is he has mental impairment. I don't know why so many people in this world have mental impairment, but there's no positive thought either. There used to be a mood that says like Baram, Ram, Ram, Param, and then it's like +6 or something. But yeah, he has combat, so I could get Head Chopper with that. And then there's this chick here, Gromova. She also has mental impairment. That's not great. Manners, I don't really care too much about that because I doubt anybody but my king's going to ever level up manners to any appreciable level. Manners itself, if you level that high enough, let's see if we can get the Gromova. If you level that high enough, you get charismatic, giving you a +25 bonus to sexual interest, and can visit any hostile cities to talk to the lords or whatever. Yeah. But the biggest thing is she is young enough to bear children, and I'm not trying to be sexist or anything, but that is very important for continuing your lineage, because you will need a man and a woman to produce heirs. Otherwise, your game is over if you cannot continue your line. Well, it doesn't have to be your line itself. I guess you could abduct people and then draft them into your nation and then let your king die. I guess that is one other way to do it, but that definitely would not be as fun as having a family line. Yeah, I made a mistake. The sermons have not completed yet, but because I saved and exited, now the sermons are over, and I don't get my persuasion experience points for completing the sermon, and I don't probably get any changes to their status, their religious status. Felora and Udilla are on their way out. Trying to cheer up these people at the risk of damaging my own mood. Because I don't want more, like Morona, I can't do anything with her, and I need her to learn Makha trade and other stuff. So I just need them to get back to work, even if they are slaves. So I do treat them nice. Alright. I can finally see the end of my noble line here, because I just couldn't scroll far enough. But yeah, if we take, let's take a look at Dynasty restrictions. For the time being, I have allowed Rados and Sarkiza to nectar consume. So we're going to actually disable alcohol consumption. I'm not sure if nectar is just a supplement to alcohol, because I've never really used it. But I don't have Marona and Fergal on that, because I do value Fergal being able to manage a chancellery. He probably won't benefit from the nectar that much because he stands still and other people come up to him. That's once he gets to level 15. Marona, I just need her to research. She might research faster, but I don't know how bad it is and how easy it is to ignore. I know that if they're happy, you can pretty much ignore it, but my prisoners are not typically going to be happy. But I am trying. I do help them out. Phalor has grown up to be a teenager as she's being evicted from this place. Not really being evicted. She has her own kingdom now. Let's go ahead and send Toxin out. Actually, do I need... Can I do Wise Conversation? I can if I just get them to chat just for a second. So I'll send Toxin out as soon as he does does chat with Intelia. Lag sometimes. Because I still am trying to get military logistics into my knowledge that isn't on a free lore. So I'm still trying to take that from him. We also need Convincius. He doesn't have any knowledge to really hand over, it looks like. He could benefit from maybe longevity. I don't know if that helps. But I think we'll send him over to Rekin. Let me think here. We are working on capturing this place. I still need to get Paramir. And if I click on him, he ends up over here. He's going to help reinforcements for Khaled. So that's going to be a long time. So I think we go to Rekin first with Convincius. We'll do Flush Wolf hunting because it's a long-term thought. Okay. Gara, she's just studying. I don't think there's much she needs to do. Sarkiza feels better now. Told a joke. Why don't you chat with Gara for a second? So yeah, now these guys are not red. One of the reasons why I don't want to stay too high above them as friends is if they're super friendly with me, like let's say I wanted to, well, I guess I don't have, okay, normally you have a demand vassalage option, but if you're above 15 relationship, it'll count as a treacherous action. Actually, here's one I could do. Not that I'm going to, but see, here's offer vassalage, it counts as a treacherous act. And that is going to be my victory condition, is to make everybody vassals. You can also make a military alliance or diplomatic alliance, that's also an option. Kind of like in Civ, you have scientific victory and religious victory. Well, the victory condition I'm going for is a military one. So I don't want people to be super friendly with me. I'd like them to be nice, but I don't want them to be super friendly. Because I need to be able to turn on them at a moment's notice. Now, peace treaties, I'll go ahead and accept that just to get some more bonus, because I'm unlikely to need to do anything with this guy in 10 days. The Unholy Horde is in this direction, and he serves as my buffer. That is his role for existing. Let's get you fed and watered. These two say that they're going to have a date today, and this is going to be our first day without 4 kids. So we need to make sure that they get a child. Fergal, you're still very unhappy. Are you getting bribed, Ledgerus? Yeah, it's okay. Give me those rings. We have a special guest, the Nectar Merchant. We've seen him before. Hurry up, finish your bribe, dude. we've got 2 books, Art of Flirting and Secret Deals. Secret Deals is one I've been really looking for. This means that I can now buy all those prisoners at a cheap price from the Forest Band. So we're going to learn that as soon as Marona stops freaking out. In fact, I might even change her off of Mock and Trade. Even though she's almost done with Mock and Trade. I think I am going to cancel that for now. She doesn't lose that progress. But yeah, this is something I've been really wanting. So we've done with Nectar Merchant. We finished the caravan. We are happy to get Bribe. A letter from a distant ruler. Noble ruler Convincius, I have heard that a certain individual might visit your lands incognito. I implore you, do not receive him. This profane son of a harlot and a dog committed sacrilege during the morning service, publicly doubting the goodness of Mother Sophia. Think upon this. Signed by my own hand, King Gelatin. Now you know the reason why Gelatin has found themselves in your land. This is the wrong ID, wrong person. The guy's name was like Tribolek or something. That was the incognito dude. Gelatin is the one writing this letter saying don't help him. Yeah, if I can just get her to do secret deals, I can buy those prisoners. And here's how cheap they are. Let me show you. Normally when you're buying prisoners from the Holy Caravan, it's maybe 60 gold on average. 50 is the minimum, and 75 might be a really pricey prisoner. 12 gold per prisoner. You get result Rekin. Trade agreement. That is, yeah, okay. The plus 10 there. Now we are at positive relationship. We can start inviting people over. But I can't invite him yet because it's 23 hours until we can do anything else with him. However, we can praise Tutorix. I don't know. I don't think it'll hurt to praise Tutorix. I don't think it helps either, but at the very least, it means I won't have to defend Tutorix. So yeah, I guess it could be good. Oh, it costs me relationship? No, the current relationship of Tutorix is -2. Alright, got another set of wood rolling in. We have iron rolling in as well. Yeah. Maybe to sell tools. Okay, now that's applicable. Yeah, I can do though. That's a good deal. I like that. Alright, Marona's studying secret deals. That's good. Yes, good mood as well. 60. Wow. Catharsis, that's why. I talked to Intelia real quick. Just so some more mood. Lanaya paper learned. Was that Grilos? Who learned that? Well, it must have been Fergal. Okay. Yeah, you go get some sleep and I'll tell you what to do in the morning. Apparently Gara and Ledgerus did not do anything. Right. Well, I need to keep an eye on Sinwolf and make sure he's not doing anything, so that way I don't have another one of his children tying me up. Prisoner attempting to escape. As soon as the bell rings, come on, game. Apparently Fergal did not finish his job over here. We'll assign Sarkis at all these faraway properties then. Just give him a hand. See, Raydos is not doing anything either, so I guess we can also have Raydos do a couple. What, did you wake up just because I... No, you're I guess sleep standing? Or just staring at the player? Previously, I had gotten 100 with this guy without deliberately trying. Sure, I would pick up the debt and then turn it in. But I wasn't exerting myself unnecessarily. For this, I will try to make this guy love me. But that being said, it only lasts for as long as the kings are alive. As soon as one of them dies, we have to basically start over on that. Alright, so why don't we praise, yeah. We'll praise the dude that's Rekin. So the easiest way to find it is to look at which one lights up, because you can barely see the tint of it behind the flag. I think instead of showing the Lord's name here, it should just show this, because this is what you see on the world map. Yeah, go ahead and praise him so that you are less likely to start a fight with him. And then soon I will send somebody. Socializing now? I don't know if I trust you to socialize. We'll see what happens. So you're at... You just need a little bit more XP. You are not even getting any... Come on, there. Okay, you didn't even get any relationship? Are you gonna hug? Do your hug? Lana has arrived as a guest. That's the person I want to get Poisoner from. Not that I'll ever really see myself using it, but it's technology that I don't have, so might as well. Go do the Chancellery and go do your inspections. No. Okay, well, that was quite the heartfelt conversation there. I don't know. I'm told that the no just means there's some sort of bug that happened. Convincius and Ledgerus are leaving town. They are our best traders, so it's a good thing I've been training up everybody. We can see here that I have almost no money left. And Natalia is going to be our best merchant today. She's maxed on drinks, so I'll go ahead and send her in. Toxin doesn't really need to eat or drink, he just wants to have something to do. I'd like to have him work on anything else. How about you just talk to her for about a while? So whatever we sell to him, that's going to be our gold for the next foreseeable day. Might sell off the Rutabaga people. Oh, I don't know. It really depends just how slow they are and when they'll get better. Do I have any books that I've been writing? I'm almost done with an axe book, actually. No, I don't see any number 2s, so I'm just broke. Yeah, I don't need any of those. That's good. Okay, we're up to 800, and that's all we've got so far. We will have to slow down on buying wood. Now that the woodborer beetle is no longer around, it's not as essential that we have that. We only just started those trades too, but if nothing else, it gave us a little bit of leeway with all of the neighbors. Right, maybe she'll finish writing the Book of Axes as well, and we can pawn that off. Who's all studying? Cullen, are you studying? Yes. Grilos is studying, and Talia is writing. Gara is drinking. Now she's going to go study. Actually, why don't you go and eat? And Marona is studying. Alright, Axe is done. Let's go and pawn that one off. That'll give us another 300 bucks or so. I'm thinking we will go and just kidnap her. We could realistically defeat them through vassalage, but we're gonna go and probably kidnap her and just everybody else that we need to. I'm not sure. Let's see here. Once we kidnap, that'll be minus 25. It's gonna be 10 for the hostage and 15 for the violation of hospitality. So it's minus 25 right there. That'll drop us to about plus 24. We would need to drop another one, so we'd have to capture 2 people at the same time. Do I go ahead and run Ledgerus over there to invite another one? Realistically, I want Khorneb and Svyatoslav. Svyatoslav is in Kridge. So what if I were to run him over to Kridge? Actually, Convincius is actually heading to Kridge. I might be able to invite... Lord Svato, invite to province. Yeah, I might be able to do that. He's heading over there because he really, really wants to see his loved one, Ramantnanub. who barely tolerates my presence. Apparently they changed that from spears to shields. Okay. So I'm trying to invite them, and I'll be able to kidnap those two. I'll need a total of 6 lords, I think, in order to destroy this place. It'd be way easier just to demand vassalage, because I have 20-odd warriors. But yeah, there's 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6 lords to capture if I was going to do it that way. Now, I did give Fergal some rings, because I think we will go ahead and recruit him. Let's go ahead and raise these wages back up. I've dropped them down to 2 for a bit, because I wasn't going to be able to afford everything. I need about 300 in taxes, so I need to keep enough gold on hand after wages. So let's go and get rid of the moonshine, and I don't know how well the prisoners do with the moonshine. For example, if I put it as 6, will it alternate between the prisoners? I don't think it would. I'm pretty sure it's just whoever happens to run there first. You can try and see what happens. Oh, you're missing an eye now. I don't know if you were missing one before. You probably weren't, because I would have likely sold you to the merchant, so I guess I speared you right in the eye. And then there's the infected wound as well on top of it. And you had rutabaga fever. Jeez. Vagabonds robbed the Hall's warehouse. How? Where's my guards? Apparently there's only 1 guard. Why is there only 1 guard? I mean, this is... Okay, it wasn't set to priority, but geez. Okay, is he just leaving? I don't think he's leaving. I think he's still wandering. Seriously, I had like 15 guards. Soldiers, but only 1 person's guarding, and he's all the way over here right now. There's a reason why I put 12 on this section. Gara is actually studying, and I want her to do it. I'm gonna need somebody... Wait, Ledgerus, you're back already? I guess I did want you back, yeah. I wanted him to just run out real quick in order to send that message of the envoy to start the timer on that. Okay, but it can't be him. But it might be Toxin. Toxin might be back in time. Yeah, he'll be back in 2 hours. Let's see these slaves of ours. They're already beaten up? No, that's... How does this... I bought 3 prisoners and 1 of them came with equipment? That's pretty sweet. Badly misses loved ones, though. Make this one into a soldier. This is the bandit group where I paid the money to get the prisoners, but when I kill them, I'm not going to get that money back. Alright, Fergal is now a level 15 manager, is he not? It didn't say it. Yeah, he's level 15. He now has precise language. Okay. So we'll assign Fergal to this one. Unsleep it. And put a priority on that, and let me give me a bit to reassign all of these from Fergal to Chancellery. Here's an oversight. Not that developers are probably watching this whole series, but you can't go directly from Chancellor A to Chancellor B in the current version of the game. So you notice that there's nothing down here? It's not because it's too high up either. Say, or too low. You just gotta put someone on it, and then you get the option to clerks. I don't know what changes the developers made, but man, Ledgerus 4 times now I've caught him just wandering off. And it might be because maybe other people are wanting to talk to him. I don't know. Fergal has also wandered off. So I guess have to keep an eye on them. So whatever code they put in for the library where they're always wandering off, I think it's the same code for the Chancellery. Okay, that's 5 times now. Every time I turn around, Ledgerus is doing something else. Here he is just divining with bones. Nobody was asking for his help. That's his only job right now. He does do sermons in the morning, but that's it. His mood is 100. His loyalty's at 100. There's no reason for this to be going on. At least Fergal's in position. He has lost 2 rings, though. I still don't know how this is going on. It is not because of this right here. He just, sometimes he gets rings, sometimes he loses rings. I don't know why. And it's not gambling, by the way. By the time he just walked in the door, it's time to clock out and go home. Well, hopefully Ledgerus gets action with, we get something done with Gara, because since we have a 4th slot free, the moment they do it, we should have our baby. I don't want Sinwolf to go produce another baby before then, so I've been keeping an eye on make sure that they don't do anything. Marona's up to 96 as a prisoner. I'm trying to keep Toxin from falling asleep because he's got inspiration and he'll be our best trader for today. We just need Gara and Ledgerus to take care of things, and then well, I guess I can still just have Toxin finish it off. That's fine. Go ahead and chat with Marona. This doesn't make any sense. So yeah, one time only, baby. That's why I'm saying 4 children limit. And of course, if you kidnapped someone and brought them in and they were pregnant, then yes, you would have an extra child. Do need Gara to study, and I also need, not study, to trade with the merchant. I also need Ledgerus to trade with the merchant, but first let's deal with Sinwolf before he starts spreading rumors. He crawled out of the hole in the same day. Or the day after, we had almost no money for wages. I just was kind of in a pinch just for a shorter duration, but after that we made our money back. Ledgerus apologized for sleeping with his wife. Okay. We are now going to have Convincius make a trade deal to sell nectar to this city, and we're buying herbs from this city. We can buy 15 herbs for 59 gold. And once we complete this deal, I'll show you what that amount is. Unfortunately, hovering over this stuff doesn't really give you those amounts. Hovering over this will not give me that amount. We're gonna get this guy through the lords. Trying to get him through fighting would result in all of these guys, all of the other provinces dogpiling me. We'll just kidnap all of his lords. All right. We can sell 24 nectar for 557 gold. So if we take a look at our production, using those 15 herbs to make 30 nectar, if we can just turn that around. So buy for 59, sell for 500. That'll be a good deal right there. We might be able to do some other stuff like that with other areas, but I don't want to necessarily get these guys stronger because we could fight them. I have 30 guys, and I'm almost ready to be making heavy armor and axes and stuff. I might try bullying this one, but realistically, I'm probably going to kidnap his lords. I definitely can defeat him. The issue is I want his guys, so I might as well just kidnap all of his lords. And then we'll probably try to separate Kridge. Since there's only 2 people in the line or nobility, we might just kidnap Ramutnub and see what happens. This one's a little bit finickier. It's got way too many lords, so we'll have to figure out what to do with that once we take care of Kridge, is what I'm thinking. This is my next target, and then after that, we'll destroy this one. With a bit of trade, I think we will have enough relationship with this team in order to kidnap more people. All right, Convincius, I guess he's probably on his way back, right? Yeah. Is there anything else you can do? Not at the moment. I don't want to necessarily buy any hop from him. I have way too many crops. The worst thing that could happen to me probably is the rat one, where it consumes something like 15% of your food per day on all categories. We take a look at Ugrad. He has some soldiers, and if I were to attack something, I can actually summon those soldiers to help out. So let's say I was to attack this. I don't actually have... I can actually just order him to attack it outright, but if I had a squad above it, I could send them there. Then we could tag team it. Whoa, come on, where's any of my guards? I think these are my first 3 escapees. That was weak. I have 31 people in the city, and nobody is guarding. Guards, no guarding. There are so many people in the library now. Look how many people are studying. I lost my heavy armor, so I can't produce it, but that's fine. I wasn't really primed to do it at the moment. That's why it's still asleep. Okay. Unholy Horde is stepping in my direction. Also, I think I found out something. Sometimes I will remove their tasks in order to let them eat or drink. This is especially important for the prisoners. However, I think when I do, I've noticed Intelia going to get more paper. So she's been working on Caden Dictionary for some time now. And every time I decide, like, hey, it's about time we need to eat or drink, because I need to use up what we have the day before, because I have so many lords. So I need to use up what we can before they stock it for the day. But she just drains paper, I guess. But that's okay. We have paper. We're okay on that. They decided to stock. They just put in 10 beers, huh? I mean, sure. I know you're not expected to have this many prisoners. I do insist that it's still not enough beers, even if you didn't have prisoners. Alright, gotta make sure nobody intercepts. Because sometimes the kids will ask, want to go play with you or whatever. Basically, they will ask the parent to do something. But thankfully, all the kids we have are now able to study. Grilos is saying he's gonna go eat. He just learned something. I clicked it out of habit. I don't even know what he learned. A special guest has arrived, Marauder Knight. This seasoned warrior fled from his mountain Marauder community because he grew tired of constantly freezing and herding goats. The Marauder hopes you will hire him, as his skills in command and combat far surpass those of ordinary knights of Norland. The problem is that a squad of his former kin have already been sent to punish the deserter as an example, so if you take him in, you'll need to fend off an attack from several experienced Marauder fighters. 3 to 5 Marauder can? Yeah, that's fine. We'll wait for Convincius to finish his wise conversation. Whoa, she just vomited all over him. Yeah, that's one way to start the night. We finally know Caden Dictionary. I'm assuming that he will start bringing in Caden books that we can purchase. Yeah, we don't have a single Caden book. Now, when Grilos does change out, we're going to lose things like fast construction and wooden economical construction. Virgil can try to learn it, but it's going to take him a very long time since he, during the day, works in the chancellery. So I've been trying to get this information off of Grilos. I've been sending people to talk to him all the time, and I still haven't managed it. Let's see. We have axes. Heavy armor is being studied by Cullen. Yeah, he's now part of our group. He's going for his wages. Want to drink beer in company? Convincius, you are... I mean, I guess that's fine. Should I start slandering this group? Maybe not. If I head over here and start slandering... Wow. So Dorabor really loves Kridge. That's the leader. Kridge, on the other hand, Kridge does not like Dorabor. That would just be a 16 damage. We need to do this twice. That's fine. It's gonna soften them up. Question is, do I want to do that or do I want to capture lords? I don't think I want to capture these lords. There's going to be 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 lords to deal with. So I don't think we do that. I think we slander and hope that they break apart. Convincius would do far better, but being slightly elderly, it would take him a long time to get there. Toxin is in the area. He's much younger. He's able to handle it. Just doesn't have the persuasion skill, not the chops to do it. I guess we could always throw a messenger at it. Would really be the best choice. Ledgerus complimented Gara. Yeah, that's yeah, he's never seen that trick before, so I guess complimenting would be one way to handle it. I haven't issued any commands to Convincius and Intelia yet, but I'm not sure they will have their nighttime activities today. Tonight? Convincius just plopped into bed. Intelia is studying. Zip on over there. Ledgerus is reaching a handsome plus 12 in trade. So Kiz is just making a break for it. You still have time to study. I'm able to take every scrap of gold this guy has with my plus 20 trade thanks to inspiration. Convinced just had a little power nap there. Actually, is there any... We can wise converse with Convincius, but that's not going to help us too much. So why don't we just reward real quick while we are powered up. We'll get our desire for reward and extra... Well, I mean, she's already at 100 loyalty, so that won't help that much. But it might boost that mood further. Gara and Ledgerus going on a second date. Whoa. Ledgerus is, I guess that vomit pit was really something. That's why he complimented her. I might try sending a person over, like maybe toxin back to them, so that he's ready and waiting right after I capture 2 people before the reputation hit lands. Then I can get another guy. Result Vasna. Interesting thing, Grilos has an obsession, but he's still a kid. I can't give him these holy rings that he's looking. Even though I have enough to give him, it's not an existing option. Grilos has come of age and becomes a lesser lord. They will continue to live in your settlement until you decide their fate or until they choose to leave. I think he would still study for now, but I don't think I can assign him any more tasks if I remember correctly. Hey, he got 2 rings. He lost his desire. Probably because he's a different character, I would assume. He still has a history. Trade agreement. Horman has expired. That is this one. Alright. What happens to the people that were on their way there? Yeah, it looks like a heading back to home. I don't think they completed that trade. So I just sent these all out. Yeah, no more herbs, for free herbs anyways. I can accept the deal from this one. I'll also turn that into medicine and buy his herbs and turn it around and sell it as medicine as well. How's the potential for medicine production? Each plant is 1. let's see here. So I could get 22 per 6. So yeah, I could flip it around, but that does have the cost of the church intermediary services. That's going to be about 800 gold plus 10 paper. So I'd have to really make that last for the full 15 days. I don't want to necessarily make them big though, because I am thinking I'm going to probably attack them. That's why I've only done a few trades. All right, this is the Marauder band. Oh, but they don't even have armor. Wow, they are just going to get owned. Yeah, they don't stand a chance. This okay, that's okay. Oh, that's good. Oh, they married off Larissa. Cool, because this means that I could actually get this one right away. There's Trilindi and Paramir, and that's it. Larissa had grown up, had become 18, and was wandering around the map, probably getting to know people or something. So I guess she's married the green faction, which is probably this one. I don't see another one that looks like an eagle. No, here it is, Mustak. I'll be able to send Ledgerus Gara over here right away. And that'll free up 4 spots, because I was thinking I might be able to recruit these lords if I can move fast enough. Rather than pay them another time. So in two days, if I can get that done. I guess Khorneb got bored waiting for Convincius. I'm pretty sure that did not count for hunting. I'm waiting for the pop-up. Yeah, it did not count. Convincius, I deliberately picked that because I figured Convincius would never catch up, and maybe the wolf would do a lot of damage. Theta's almost at level 15 head chopping status. She might get head chopper by the time the Marauders show up. I doubt it. It won't take them that long to get to me. But it'd be cool if it did. I don't even know who learned to weapon forge. I think it was Grilos. Yeah, that was Grilos. So if we look here, you can see he's no longer as one of our options. However, if we get to associate... Oh no, don't you dare take my equipment. Well, I guess if we make him into a knight, he's still going to take that equipment. So I guess it's okay. He has a little bunny on his shirt too. King Puppeteer. Our king schemes like a true Tanayan, true greatness. The character's values align with the king's cunning policies. He helps himself to heavy armor, a dagger, and a spear. Well, let's see here. Telia is learning from Theta. Then Theta's going to go teach Convincius some combat skill. Again, to try to keep him from going 0 or below. It's not going to... Did not work there. Patoxin invited as a guest. Excellent. And Paramir as the next guest. Okay, so this one's going to be a little bit tricky. The reason for that is I really, really, really want Makha language dictionary from this guy. I gotta capture him first and then try talking him through it, I guess. I don't know. Because once I get both lords from this place is gonna disappear and the lords just get to leave. You don't even get the books or anything. We can see here that this place has 1 book, Nectar. So yeah, I really, really want Makha language dictionary. It's in here. I could try Hall robbery, but that'll only give me 3 to 5 random books. There's 25 of them. It's going to take me over 5 days of successful Hall robberies to get that. I will be trying very hard to get that. Vincius, you are going to turn Grilos into a knight. If I turn him into a priest, remember that he is the son of Sinwolf. not one of our actual noble characters. The king turns this character over to the church. The church is always happy whenever sacrifices are made in the name of Mother Sophia, and thus it will be eternally grateful. You get plus 12 relations with the matriarch and a handsome 21 holy rings, which would be great if we weren't constantly kidnapping lords and taking their rings. The character will leave your province forever. We could also grant him a title of a lord, but we only have 6 titles available to us. What was that thing with the trees? The thing that says call established titles, that's it. Yeah, we should get some of those. So yeah, but we are going to turn him into a knight, and that is going to increase our taxes by 8, which is again not tremendously bad. It just makes me feel imperfect because I strive to do things really well. 4 is not bad. Now I have to just chase him down. Thanks, Grilos. You guys are just... Go back to reading. No, I clicked that. Go back. So are you guys done? Okay, well, I mean, then you can go read some more. I guess his chancellariness would have already been over very soon. It's almost 1800. Be a knight. Special guest has arrived, the witch. The witch asks for your shelter and protection from Bishop. In exchange for her gratitude, she promises not to stay long. You can bribe the bishop so he doesn't notice the witch's presence. In return, you will receive a gift from the witch. You can report to the bishop about your desire to execute the witch. Your relations with the matriarch will improve, but the witch may have enough time to curse your king. The decision regarding the witch must be made in the bishop's menu. Well, I kind of want to just execute her. Okay, so in normal gameplay, you should help her. The issue is that my king is really old. So any bonuses I would get from the witch aren't going to help. I think there's 2 bonuses, if I remember correctly from reading the files, the game files. One is that she gives you the longevity technology, which I don't think makes a difference to us. I'm not entirely sure. But yeah, if you execute the witch, all you get is like, we'll say plus 10 or something with the matriarch, which is pretty much meaningless. You want to drink beer? I mean, I guess we could let you. Yeah, so Gromova actually turns out to be the sister of Khorneb, the one I wanted. So I was going to kidnap Gromova because that way Khorneb, the combat champion, would have a female lord of childbearing age, but that's his sister, and this is the sister's husband. So I guess we'll just kidnap all 3, but that does throw a slight monkey wrench in my plans and makes me less interested in kidnapping all of the lords. I might just kidnap Khorneb only. That being said, command this Svyatoslav has command, which is unlikely to be needed for this generation. So having it progress to the next generation wouldn't be bad. Ideally, I would have a person with both combat and command. So I would need like a child of Khorneb and then a child of this, and then see if the game would let me pair them off. Intelia's getting bribed? Sure, why not? I mean, she's ecstatic with... Okay, there, she just took a 15 hit. Gara is sleeping, or going to sleep. Turn her around and do the trade real quick. I get 2 gold per person from Ugrad. That's one of the reasons why I'm trading with them so much. Now I can finally see Caden books. Warrior training increased by 30%. Eternal Loyalists. Hand-to-hand combat, sure, why not? I don't know when I'll ever use that, but... Ooh, my bad. That's fine. It's it's a little bit of gold. I forget this is my training session. I'm not supposed to be trading with her. Where's Ledgerus? He's napping. Let's wake him up. And books are the most expensive purchases I make, so I did throw away some gold there. Come on, can you guys stop that? Next is Antelia. When she's done. Just to break her off from Lana. Alright, that is the other lord. So this place is going down. I'm gonna lose my nectar trade, but that's okay. One trade was enough to make it worth it. Well, no, maybe 2 trades was enough to make it worth it. Telly has been bribed. Holy Caravan. Alright, wait for her to finish drinking. And then throw in Convincius, where I think he's still walking here. Oh no, he got drafted to probably meet Trelindi. Alright, so what we're gonna do is we're gonna go and start chatting him up. I might not kidnap him right away. I need this Makhan language dictionary. I don't know what the prices of the books were before, but let's say I probably lost 10 gold each. Selling iron is genuinely a horrible idea, but I like money. Alright, so it's gonna take me some time. I'm gonna pass Trelindi around to every person in my team to try to steal his Makhan language dictionary. It might be a bit. Did you just insult? No, he's just thinking bad thoughts. Goes to drink beer in company. She doesn't really need a beer. Boom! Lord must read 10 level 3 books. I couldn't have asked for it to turn out better. He just arrived. Now I can turn his faction into toast. I don't know if he's got anything else for me. Chancellery, Nectar, or mine. I think I've got all that. I don't have Nectar, actually. Might as well try for it. Oh, never mind. Okay. Wow, I can't believe that was... I got it just on just chatting it away. Alright, let's see if anybody else can take it from him, though. I mean, it is a long... It is a blue book. So that makes it, what are you doing in that pile? I can't tell what's going on. There's just too many nobles. Yeah, it takes forever for anybody to learn it. So if I can just pick it up for free, I mean, might as well. That's sad. Walking in depression. That's not too bad. Yeah, if I have all those technologies, like Nectar and stuff, then when I meet other people like this in the future, I'm more likely to get that specific technology, I think. Again, that's just certain assumptions I'm making. The witch is right here. She's going to sleep in a temple since she does not use a nobleman's house or a cottage. She leaves the province as soon as you bribe the bishop, even though it says that you are paying the bishop to overlook the witch. That's just, I guess, her pit stop. She has no intention of staying here, but by doing this, you can get longevity or a gift of the blessing that your children will be sons. And if you haven't really played Norland, sons are actually much better than daughters because when they marry, you get... Wait, why aren't you bribing? Apparently wanted to go socialize with somebody. But yeah, sons are much better because when they marry, they bring people to your family, making your family larger. When women marry, they leave your family. Okay, because we paid the bishop, she's now heading out. Oh, you wanted to drink beer? Oh, I guess Convincius did need it. Khorneb did not, though. You're just wasting my ale. Marona was attacked by robbers. Well, Marona was actually... Wasn't she bad? Hold on, real quick. Let me click that once. Yeah, she's actually insane right now. Pursuing the enemy. Oh, wow. She's going to beat the crap out of that robber, huh? I don't know if this counts as a terror act, but I guess I'll help her out. All right, I hope this doesn't count as a terror attack, but I am sending drafted soldiers to go attack. That's not going to help her mood, actually, because the pain from injury is going to make her very upset. Hostile squad nearby. That would be the Marauders. Well, she got a couple cuts, which are going to leave scars. So now she's going to be even more unhappy. Maybe you shouldn't be wandering around at night, lady. Okay, let's deal with these as well. Capture Antelia. We'll go ahead and draft our army. Alright, that's the best we can do. Gather in front of that. Draft Ledgerus real quick, just to get Trelawney to go to bed. Wow. Okay, so Gramova woke up because you know how we just drafted. I could already tell because this game sometimes infuriates me with how the victim or the target of your action has to immediately stand at attention. So we were going to capture her because she was asleep, right? And I drafted Ledgerus because I wanted him to go to bed. Trelawney, however, decides that because he's not talking to Trelawney, Ledgerus anymore. He's gonna play dice. So he chose Gromova as his target because all my people are not allowed to play dice. So he woke her up while I was about to pick her door. That's dumb. That's ultra dumb. Okay, they look like they're still talking, but it's just because they're both old and they're walking to the same direction. I could play dice with use Intellia to play dice, actually. Paramir, we need to capture him. Khorneb is pink, so we'll assign him to this room. Paramir is red, we'll assign him to this room. Actually, what happens if I try assigning it now? Well, I don't think they survived that. Let's real quick check the bodies. There's another entity right behind. I can't click it though. Okay, dead. No prisoners. Okay, nobody even stopped to bandage themselves, so I guess that was really good. Nobody got a cut. Only Morona got a cut from this. She's still crazy. Gromova has been captured. Oh, what? She was even queued after it, so that's why. Did you? What about Paramir? Did you finish capturing Paramir? She did. She captured all of them. All right, so let's go ahead and assign Gromova to this one. So all of these, Trelendi, actually, hold on. Trelendi's on the wrong one. This is Khorneb. He is pink. I've reversed that. Trelendi should be... Oh, wait, I'm not capturing Trelendi. That's right. We're going to leave Trelendi alone. Yeah, he's not captured yet. Khorneb is pink. Okay, so here's what's going on. Sarkisa, red faction. Radost, red faction. Paramir, red faction. Lana. Come on, click in it. Pink faction. Pink faction. Pink faction. Oh, that Paramir's red. Hold on. Paramir's red. That's right. He's part of this group. I guess we'll just move him down here. Oh, no, I had him right. Because this is the room he's in. The room that this is supposed to be is Gromova, who's pink. And then Khorneb's also pink. Those, respectively, are here's the red faction, and here's the pink faction. I've been kind of working them both at the same time. I think we're going to actually leave this one alone for right now, because I really like the Nectar, and I want more chances to get the Makhan Dictionary. We will probably try to vassalize... Well, I don't know. We'll definitely capture Boromil, and then we'll see about making Svyatoslav surrender as a vassal. So you're 53 years old. He's got 11 command and 7 combat. This guy's 63. So if we wanted to vassalize someone, it'd probably be best to vassalize him, so that way when he dies, his heir will not have bad feelings towards us, I think. All right, so we'll capture Boromir, which means we need to send someone in that direction. Who would that be? Who's a good choice? I don't think we have a good choice right now. Toxin's already heading... Where's Toxin right now? Yeah, he's heading down here to take care of some business, but I guess I can send him back up north before he returns home. We do want to take care of these forest bandits, but we'll wait until after prayer time, because it's only a couple hours. Apparently he won his dice game as well, which sucks, because if he had lost that dice game, I'd have those rings. So that's 3 rings I didn't get, but I got 24 rings, so I mean, it's okay. This is overall very big gain. He just conked. Oh, that's because this is supposed to be his room. Right, Sinwolf is insulting all of my slaves. That's awesome. Sometimes when the AI or NPCs are walking near each other, no. Sometimes when any nobles are walking near each other, they'll just stop what they're doing and socialize with each other, and it's almost always negative, even if those people are happy. Theta was not busy at the moment, so I thought I'd have her try to make my prisoners feel happy again. So, for example, Sarkisa, 22 from the meaningful conversation, but -7 thanks to Sinwolf. Awesome. Good job, Sinwolf. We're going to try to kidnap Finton. Well, not really kidnap. We're going to bribe him with 10 rings, because we get rings. Alright, it's almost date night for some of these characters. Convincius and Wolf are starting a fight. He's just hunting with Trilindi. Convincius has 0 attack power, but he's also elderly and we have an heir. There's an achievement for letting your lord die as well. Not that I'm trying to get them killed, I just figure that Trilindi will be enough to fight. In order to get the characters a date, we're going to go ahead and disable their booking. I'm going to take out Svyatoslav, Paramir, Gromova, and Radost. Sarkisa is the wife of Trilindi, who's hunting right now, so she can continue studying, but those 4 that I just removed are prisoners that have a spouse who's also a prisoner. Paramir's spouse, or Paramir himself, has a star in Persuasion and Command. Command is very good, so I'd like to get that for my future child. I guess we're child trafficking now that we're making the prisoners to take care of things. Gromova is not his wife, it is... where is his... Radost. Radost is his wife, who has a star in Manners. Manners and Command would make an ideal unit for a leader of our faction, so we might then marry that child, assuming it's a daughter, to Cullen. And then hopefully introduce them into our line that way. Svyatoslav has a star in Command, and his wife is Gromova, who has a star in Manners. So that's another easy potential wife for Cullen. Or if we had a daughter of our own, then we could marry that and so forth. So we could just manage things however we needed to. I suppose if our king lived long enough, he could marry that child as well. Let's see here. What else were we working on? We have a bunch of dark deeds running around. Where are, like, this guy here is bringing back some books. Unfortunately, nothing useful. I was hoping to get the Poisoner book. Over here, hired cutthroat. Okay, no, that's from that he's just bringing back money. The one we get from here, we took some of their books, but we did not get the Market Language Dictionary, so we're not actually lucking out on that. But we were fortunate enough that we just didn't get caught, which is okay if we did, because positive relationships with this. Like, we gave flour to those pilgrims. It's already long gone. Any positives and negatives, they just disappear very quickly. So I'm not too worried if the matriarch dislikes that part of us. As for the relationship with the kings themselves, well, we do have to go hostile to them in order to make these attacks. me capturing the lords, that's just dark deeds going on. But we are going for a militaristic victory rather than a diplomatic one. Which means conquering their territory and making them vassal, one way or another. Hold on, how did a spear break and I also have a mace? No, I think Trelindi had a mace and a spear. Alright, Convincia's got quite a few scratches. They're just going to leave more scarring, I think. Okay, Raydost and Paramir are going to produce a child. So, here's how heirs work for prisoners. When they're born, they will belong to us because they're born in our province. If their home province has been destroyed, 5 more books. If their home province has been destroyed, then the mother becomes a free lord as she's attempting to leave. However, if she cannot leave, such as she's still in childbirth mode, like this over here, then you can hire that child as a free lord for 0 rings because they don't have enough stats. And then you talk to that child enough to become friendly and then invite them to your land by giving them a title and then move over to this side of your children's factions. The child we have in this case is Luisa, who is another manager. That means all 3 of these characters are managers. That's fine. What about, do you have the mental impairment of your mother? No, you have nervous. That's actually good. Gara was mentally impaired. So this is pretty good. We have Reckless, which is not bad. That's overall not too bad. And Raydos is pregnant with Paramir's child, so all of this is panning out very well. All right, let me manage a couple of things since Gara just returned to the land of the living. Zolt Kalin. We also learned about effective preaching from Gara, but these 2 are already paired off anyways, which is just somebody. As for, I can't see that group right now. Oh, there they are. The books that we stole from Mastock is, we got the Tanayan language dictionary. That's good. That's actually the one I'm missing. We didn't have the Makhan language dictionary, which is here, but we learned it by talking to the guy, by inviting him over. We also know the Caden language dictionary. I forget how we got that. We may have bought it. No, I think the Incognito gave us that. So at this point, we pretty much have access to all of the languages, assuming that we start off as Vard. This would be an issue if Cullen, for example, became Tanayan because Sinwolf was teaching him. He wouldn't be able to learn any more Varnish knowledge. All right, that's actually really good. Okay, also Finten had showed up while we were doing all that other stuff, and when he gets into town, we will be recruiting him. Let's go ahead and let the game continue running. Unfortunately, because he's in a decent mood right now, he actually gets +5 loyalty to his king. Even though, so when he was in Siva, he had a bad mood and he was losing loyalty. When we wine and dine him, such as we gamble with him, let him win those games, give him a hearty meal, give him meat, give him ale, aromatic taste, all this stuff, he becomes happier, but he should become more disloyal as a result of us wining and dining him. That's not the way the game works. And for whatever reason, it's backwards in so many aspects. As a reminder, when we look at Fergal, who's over here, Fergal is getting +8 relations with the king, not because he knows Convincius, which is our king. Let's find Convinci here. He barely knows our king, +4 relationship. No, it's because of his dad. He is, let's see here. Let's find the dad one here. There it is. He's got +15 with his dad. So as a result, he's getting relationship bonus. This loyalty is towards us, though, even though he's of this faction. So in one part of the game, it's relating his loyalty to this flag. In the provincial part of the game, it's relating the loyalty as to us, the player. Because when it even talks about as the hostage would decide to stay with you upon release. So yeah, the more he likes his dad, the faster he'll join us. Since he's above 0, we are going to go ahead and have him join us once Convincius gets back to town. He's kind of a little bit slow, but he's bloody, he's elderly. It's not really a good moment for him. But it's not like he's crippled because of it. He does have 0 combat skill, though. I was kind of hoping he'd get a point of combat during that. What happened? Oh, new battle. That's right. So here's an interesting gimmick. If I battle on the map, my arrows are likely to kill the enemy because I play with so many arrows because bandits have no armor, typically. We'll do auto battle. We just lost 20 bucks, so that's probably like a bow or something that got destroyed. And we got 2 prisoners out of it. So that's worth it because a prisoner might run us 50 gold. But we did lose 20 bucks in it. I don't know what we lost specifically. Looks like Galandos lost his mace or spear or something. I even a long time ago created a calculator to estimate my probability of winning or losing to an enemy by looking at their army value. So I could accurately predict that what these guys, 53 guys, would have with the 2,337 strewn across them. But it's less necessary because you can click this button here. Still, it's pretty cool. Where is Convincius? How far are you, dude? You're getting there. Fitton wants to talk to you real quick. How about you let him? Do your greeting. There we go. Get greetings occur +4, and then just a little bit of relationship +5 greet in me. Okay, why don't we just real quick chat to Convincius, Fenton. So what we're gonna do is we're gonna actually bribe this guy, and we're gonna bribe him twice. Because Convincius is our biggest heavy hitter for persuasion, rather than sending a messenger, I would need to send a messenger twice. So I sent our character to invite him over, and then we're gonna bribe him twice. And the weird part is, wow, okay. One of the prisoners actually learned something. I'll have to try to take that off of him later. But yeah, the weird part is, although he becomes disloyal to his king, he has to return home to Siva, all the way down here, in order to allow us to invite him back to join us. So he's gonna run away to Siva, and you may say like, oh, he's gonna pack his stuff and go home. Well, the game doesn't actually let him take his spouse or children or anything like that with him. Even if I were to bribe both his parents, I'm pretty sure they just show up by themselves. And it's not like he picks up any holy rings or something when he comes back. We leveled up persuasion, cool. We gave him the rings, and it's actually on his person. When we pay the free lords, they don't hold on to the rings. The meaning that if you got them killed later, you don't get those rings back. But Fenton, if something were to happen to him, or if we wanted those rings later, we can actually take them back. Yeah. It says 27, even though it was a 32 earlier because of the +5. So minus 32 plus 5 is 27. We're going to have to hit him again with the bribe. And of course, since we are leveled up, it's going to be a slightly bigger hit, just by 3 points. It's enough to make him leave his king, though. Again, the weird part is we have to wait for him to return to his king. We've also invited his king. Let's see where he is on the road. There he is. That is the king of Siva. So that way we can just buddy with him a lot better, and then go continue to recruit people in order to subjugate them, or whatever it may need. So yeah, I haven't fully decided what we're going to do with Corman yet, but I've got an hour in game to decide that. All right, Fenton accepted my 20 rings. Now he's at 35 rings. He's leaving with them, and I'll just wait. That's my hero. 23 rings. So yeah, he's going to agree to join us pretty soon. Svyatoslav was the one who finished his technology, so we'll need to pick up fighting drought from him. Goes to talk to Fenton. You'll never catch up to him, dude. Just eat and drink. I don't know if you'll manage to stay awake long enough if I let you drink. Virgo, you did not need that beer. See, I like that we mob him here, but when it's the guards patrolling an area, they just only one guard at a time. All right, we have no bandits left in this place. Make sure that's on sleep mode, which it is. Apparently she denied him a date. That's fine, because we have 4 children already. I don't know if the prisoner counts. I guess we'll find out here. If they become pregnant, then that means that it doesn't count, because we already have a 4th child on the way. Received a letter. Greetings. Not every ruler is as merciful to a simple woman seeking refuge from the ignorant servants of the new goddess. I am grateful to you and grant you my humble blessing. Signed by me and no one else. As a token of the witch's gratitude, your ruler has gained the trait longevity. This is awesome. Thanks to special knowledge, this character's life will be extended by 5 years. Now that is specifically different text. It's right here. It's as a state rather than as a knowledge. That is specifically different text than the knowledge trait itself. If we look at longevity, it will help slow down aging, causing it to begin 5 days later. So one talks about aging and one talks about your life. Since they both say different things, I am led to imply or believe that the mechanics for longevity, the trait or blessing, is different than longevity, the knowledge. All right, so what else do we... Oh yeah, we needed to... He's drinking beer. We need to get Fergal. Did you run off after drinking that beer? Where are you, dude? There he is. I guess we'll make Convincius chase you. I want him to finish his beer first. Because again, if you put it down, it's gone forever, which is lame. I think they should just hold on to it for that lord. All right, he's done with that. Let's go over to Fergal. And we're going to not king release, because this sends him back home. We need to release and accept. Oh, that's good. I like it when you can target a person, even though that means that they're going to be running away from you still. I like it when you can target a person with an action and it does not cripple them. Such as if I were to try to speak to him, Fergal would just stand out of bed and just sit there and wait for me. Trelindi is a big perpetrator of this. He's really trying to gamble with everybody, and he will not stop until he's gambled. He does not. It's like the Terminator. He knows no fear, no mercy. He will just keep on going until he gambles with you. We need to drain him of his rings so that stops. All right, Fergal, you're going to join us, and you're going to like it. Even though it says to loyalty, raise it above 0, and then upon release, the hostage will stay with you. I guess the text message for release is acceptable. We'll look at someone else. Apparently Tudorix is staying over here. Oh, no, okay. He's waiting for an opponent. Tell me it's not Trelindi. It is Trelindi. Wow. Since they're elderly, he takes a while to get there. I told you, he does not stop. Just a second ago, they were both asleep. Oh, Convincius, did you not finish? He did not finish that. Ah. Oh. All right, well, we'll recruit him in a minute.